Guys, the last time I left off is what if Deku had all of the Nen ability, aka if you have seen my previous video, if you haven't, please check it out. And I really need the subs. I go is trying to get to over 100 so I can get a memory for my laptop and do better videos. And okay, this is where the last time I left off is where Aizawa was going to expel Jiro and someone else. I can't remember. Sorry guys. And and the la- and Deku would proceed to spend a week at UA, but he wouldn't be living at his parents' house. He would be basically living somewhere else, cause he doesn't want to have to deal with Izumi and Bakugo and Bakugo's sister. And please give me a name for her, cause I really am bad at names. And Deku would proceed to spend over a week there training more intensely with Killua, Gon, and some others. I can't remember their name. He would basically learn some new move, which I'm gonna tell you all in the video. And when it comes, there will be but at one day. Sorry about that, guys, because I have to remember what I remember what I write down. Deku would proceed to master all of Killua's and Gon ability, which aka the God Speed, the Lightning Speed that the Jajan can rock. And Deku would have the form of Gon, the buff form from Pito's fight, yeah. But he wouldn't actually drain sacrifice his life energy. He would basically use Nen to create that form. But no one doesn't know about it yet. So when all of the classes are settled and the hero course is ready to begin the hero training, All Might and Inko would proceed to burst through the door. Basically, I'm just kind of like a green magnet because her hair is green. Yeah, everyone will to see this and be happy and be in awe that All Might is training them. But Deku would proceed to give them a cold look and just walks out of there. And walks out of there. But he wouldn't just walk out of there yet. He would grab his suitcase and just simply head to the changing room. And when he heads to the changing room, he changed into a different outfit. I'm gonna see if I can. He's gonna have the same clothes of Killua. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up a minute. This is what basically Deku would actually has. Yes, he would literally has that around him. He wouldn't dye his hair just yet. Sorry about that. He wouldn't dye his hair just yet. Sorry about that. He wouldn't dye his hair just yet, cause Deku just wants to look like that for a bit. He soon changes hair color. As for where he lives, he basically lives with someone else. He basically works and buys a home for himself, but he still have to pay a mortgage on it for some apparent reason. And Deku, uh, Deku will actually Deku will proceed to go out there, and everyone will see what he in, and they would say, why did they pick he pick something flashy? He says that it won't be a problem for him as long as he's able to fight. Everyone would say agrees to this, but Bakugo, Izumi, and Bakugo's sister, I'm just gonna call her Mitsune, and done. All right, Mitsune would basically look at Deku in a rage, but they knew that they couldn't do anything, cause Deku is about to show them why none of them can't touch him anymore. Sorry about that. Hold on, let's see if we can pause these notifications. Deku would hold on. Still have to start a little business. Deku Izumi. Everyone will see what Deku is wearing and compliment him about it. When Green Magnet and All Might decide to pull slot and see which hero versus villain battle is gonna be. He pulled it would be a 3 versus 3 match. Yeah, I just want to do a 3 versus 3 match because the 2v2 match would be basically B-lane for me. Because, Deku could literally wipe the floor with them. But the 3v3 would be more interesting. So Deku, Uchaku Muraka, and Jiro, yet I remember her name, Jiro, would be on a team of Katsura, Izumi, and Mir. I'm sorry guys, I can't remember her name much. Because I'll just call her. Sorry guys. Let me know if I mix up it. And Bakugo's sister would basically be on a team. Everyone would be on a team, but it would be 3 and 3. And the first team would be Izuku's team versus Bakugo's team. Basically, Bakugo has a smirk on his face, seeing that Deku is about to be lose. But what he doesn't know that Deku is about to wipe the floor with him. And when they're about to enter, Deku would tell Jiro and Uchaku to stay out of the way. And they would ask why. Sorry about that. They would proceed to ask why that they say just trust me. Then Bakugo literally tried to blast Izuku with an explosion, but thanks to Deku's Nen ability, one of his Nen ability allows him to sense where everyone is. Yes, he decided to hit Bakugo with a Jajan Ken back, but it would be advanced faster than how Gon would take long to just charge up his move. You punch Bakugo so hard he literally almost be unconscious. And he would proceed to take out 2 fans. Bakugo would proceed to pull the pin where Green Magnet and Bakugo says, "Don't pull that pin, you kill him." But Bakugo would just pull the pin either way, and Deku would decide to use a style that Killua showed him that his sister is able to master: the dance of the serpent's bite. He took out the 2 fans and blew it back straight at him. It literally almost knocks him out if it wasn't for Izumi. Izumi used the telekinesis and pushed Bakugo out of the way, which Bakugo barely, where she was almost too late for that. And Bakugo would be seen alright. Izumi would try to, telekinesis Deku, but Deku decided to use another move. Hold on, let me see something. You proceed to use another move called Black Voice. Black Voice is basically after sticking an antenna, take out the phone and sticking an antenna into his leg, Deku would proceed to charge up as in Super Saiyan mode. The phone will say autopilot has been activated, and it will say that it's on 5% mode, and those 2 would be out, OUT out, KO'd. As for Bakugo's sister Katsura, yeah, I'm gonna call her Katsura because it was. Katsura would wonder what's taking them so long, and why are they taking so long? Cause it wouldn't be taking that long for them to defeat Izuku. But just then Deku just pulls out of the corner, and sees that he is the only person who's there. And Katsura would decide, how did you defeat my brother? That's none of your business. And Bakugo's sister received to try using her water bomb on him, but no matter how hard she tried, she can't touch him. So Deku just decided to use a move called Tiger Bite Fist and knocks her out. Everyone seeing this saying that Deku is on a different level compared to them. Basically, Jiro and Uchaku Umuraka didn't have a chance to do nothing. but they could say that they did something, and they would basically get take that as a thank you, and for the class rep, Deku would be chosen as a class rep, and Momoyaya Rozu would also be chosen as a class as the the next class the next other class rep. But when Deku proceeded to to the lunch area, everyone was asking what was that power if he doesn't have a quirk. Deku decided to never tell anyone about the power, cause not everyone can use it. Cause he tried to sense everyone who was around him who can use Nen, but he only sensed the three girls: Mina, Ashido, Jiro, Jiro, are and Uchako Umaraka. Those three can only use a Nen ability, but they don't have enough, you know, power behind it. And when Deku sends something up, Deku would say that everyone. Sorry guys, everyone would do rush out to say that there was an intruder attack, and Deku would see that it was the purse, so Deku decided to use a little volt of electricity and shock most of them. But when everyone sees that it was Deku shocking them, everyone would ask why did he did that, and Deku would say, "Look out to the window, stupid." He would have a cool personality like Kilawa, and and everyone sees this, that they wonder, "Oh, you're right, but what should we do?" Deku will say that act like you a student, show them that you belong here, and everyone act just how Deku said. Line up and walk through the building. Everyone seeing this, that they made the right choice by choosing Izuku Midoriya. And for the USJ, everyone would get a notification that they're going to the USJ. Izuku decided just to go along because he basically was bored. Yes, he was bored, so he decided to just tag along and see what the rescue hero training is about. And everyone can't debate on who is the strongest in their class. Most of them would say that it's Bakugo. Some would say Shoto Todoroki, but everyone would literally pick Izuku Midoriya because he has multiple abilities that no one doesn't even know yet. Yes, you heard me right. Yeah, sorry about that, guy. Yes, Deku would never show his ultimate, his trump card. He wouldn't show his giant form yet. And when Deku reached at the the USJ, Deku would see that 13 is there, but he sensed a malice coming from the USJ, and he asked Aizawa that if there were supposed to be this many people in there. Aizawa asked, "What do you mean?" Deku says that he sensed a lot of malice in there, ill intentions. And Aizawa decided to trust this boy's instinct, because if this boy can literally, you know, defeat Kosuke, Bakugo, and those three, that means that there's something's up. Baku and he told everyone to stay outside while he deal with this. He literally just walked in there, seen the League of Villains, 100, no, not even 100, 200 villains in there. So Deku decided to hold back a little. He smirks at them, saying, and all the villains say, "Why is there just a kid here?" Seeing the kid, Deku used God speed and literally obliterate the entire of them. Within split seconds, no one would actually see what is happening, and this would basically Shigaraki would scratch his neck and say, "No, no, no, no! This boy's cheating!" And he said, and Shigaraki told Kurogiri that release the Nomu, and the Nomu would appear come through the portal, and Shigaraki told him that to kill Izuku Mido, kill that brat. Izuku seeing that this bird monster may give him a little bit of problem. So after our little fight between 5 minutes and more, some of the pro heroes would be actually ready to enter the building. So Deku decided to use one a strong attack that he knows that he may have to sleep, may have to be out of basically in the hospital for 2 days for. He decided to use Pain Packer. Yes, he used Pain Packer and literally blasted into the normal disintegrated to nothing. Shigaraki seeing this that what this kid is capable of, he decided to, flee from there. But before even Shigaraki could react, he was literally knocked out. Kurogiri would try to warp, but Deku literally stopped him in his place, saying that if you move, you will die. And Kurogiri seeing what this kid just did, that he doesn't want to die yet. And saying that he wouldn't move yet. And when the pro hero literally decided to bust in, they only see that Deku and the normal burned body are okay, nothing left of him, only but his boot. As if he wears boots. Sorry about that, guys. He only his feet left, and Kurogiri and Shigaraki only sitting there doing nothing. They would see this and congratulate Deku on it. All Might and Green Magnet would try to hug him, but he told them not to touch him, and he decided to leave. Jiro and Mina Ashido and Uchaku would be worried sick about him, and everyone would see this and saying, "Are those two in love?" Everyone seeing this, Mina Ashido, Jiro, and Uchaku Umaraku would be blushing so hard their face turned red. And since Aizawa didn't get hurt, they didn't get time off at school except for Deku. Deku would be in the hospital for about 2 or 1.5 days. He would get up and decided to train harder and more of his Nen ability. Deku still has a lot to learn about most of the Nen, since Killua and Gon only teach him some of it. And Deku seeing this, that he wants to learn more about the Zelda family and more Nen ability. And Deku would see this, that he would want to learn a new technique called hide and seek. And Deku would try and try many times to learn this, and he pulls it off, where Deku can literally enter a white room where he can literally just stay in there if he wants to. But Deku just wants to, train more. And Deku would get overexhausted. Deku would get tired very quickly of using too much Nen. He would be unconscious. He would basically be mostly tired. And when the USJ Sports Festival finally arrived, Deku was prepared full. Deku would see that everyone was ready for the US Sports Festival. Bakugo would be ready. He would be on season 3 power level. Izumi season 3, because Izumi wasn't in the original canon. So I can say that they would be basically on, all of them would basically be on season 3 canon level, but Deku would be on you surpass season 3, you would be on a whole other level. And Deku decided to hide most of his powers. Seeing that he mostly used some of it and most of them already knew what it was. And Deku would proceed to go in the US where so everyone would see Deku saying that he was the only person that could most of the kid, most of the the competition, the villains them as well. And how can I say this? The first one was the race. Deku, no, Midnight was being, no, sorry guys, I forgot. Deku would proceed to go up there, give a speech. He was basically very inspirational because since he has Killua charm and gone and he doesn't know how to go in blockhead. So Killua side literally gave a good speech and you know he basically is OP. Everyone cheers on for him. Where Green Magnet and All Might would see this, saying that they couldn't do anything to help their son while he didn't have a quirk. Basically, everyone's really glad about this. And the first mission, and Midnight would say the first race would be a obstacle race where Deku glad to see this, so he can show off some of his powers, some of it, not all of it. And Deku, as the race was about to begin, Midnight ready to start them off. So 3, 2, 1. As she says go, Deku activate Godspeed and Thunder, Godspeed and blitz it out of there. Blitz it out of there. No one seen what Deku just did. Blitz it out of there. Basically went through with all of the robots, and no one could literally catch him. In about 15 seconds, Deku was actually at the finish line. So he decided to just grab a chip and just enjoy himself, like how Killua used to like Killua. Everyone seen this that Midnight Sir President Mike would say, yeah, that kid was able to beat this was a new record of history. That a kid was able to beat the one tier obstacle race in just 15 seconds. Everyone hearing this that there's no way this kid doesn't have a quirk. And everyone will proceed to go in as Canyon, but this time Jiro Chaku Muraka and Mina Ashido would be at 4th, 5th, and 6th, while Bakugo would be at, would be at 3rd, while Todoroki would be at 2nd. And as for the rest of them, like Izumi and Katsumi, they would be at 7th. They would be at 7th and 8th, which they didn't like. And for the next battle would be a cavalry battle. Everyone and Deku would proceed to have the 10 million points, which everyone glares at him, which Deku decided to give them a taste of their own medicine and use one of his powers. His team would consist of Uchaku, Uchaku, Jiro, and Mina Ashido, aka Pinky. Basically, when the match is about to begin, Deku decided to enter using hide and seek, one of his new powers where he can literally go in a dimension that only he can exit. And everyone seen this that after what did he do? He said that he used one of his quirks, hide and seek. They would actually be impressed that he could actually do this, where no one else could not even touch Deku. And basically before the time's done, Deku just simply reappears again. Everyone's saying that that kid is amazing. Everyone would proceed to ask what his quirk is, and they would take a 5-minute a break, which was actually 10 minutes, because Shoto Todoroki would actually try to go to Deku, but Deku decided to ask sorry guys. Shoto Todoroki, why do you hate Endeavor so much? Shoto seeing this that, how did you know I hate my old man? Deku says that one of his powers is able to read your memories, and he sees what you have done to you, even though you refuse to use your fire side. It's not his quirk, it's yours. He would see this and he would think about this and say and tell Izuku, you're right. This is my quirk, not my father's. He says if we're gonna fight We're gonna fight in all out brawl. Deku seeing the smile and says, "Let's see which one of us will win then." And Bakugo seeing this, saying, "What? He has multiple powers? Damn it! How I will ever catch up that damn nerd?" Basically, Izumi Katsu, Katsu, Katsuki Bakugo tells Izumi about one of Deku's powers, seeing seeing what he just did to Shoto Todoroki, and they would say that's an impressive power. So Deku decided when the US Force Festival is about to done, he would expose All Might, Green Magnet, and his sisters and his friends, so-called friends. So the first match would basically be be going as canon, but this time it would be a little bit different. While everyone was actually trying to train, Deku would actually call Mina Ashido, aka Pinky, Jiro, and Uchaku to train with him. And they would actually start. About three of them would start to fall in love with Deku. Yeah, you heard me right, all three of them. And all of them would actually talk about this and saying how they fall in love with Deku. And they said, sorry about that. They say that not only one of us want him, all three of us does. So they decided just to confess their feelings once the UA Force was done. Not just done, when they were done with their match. Everything will be as canon, but when it comes to Shinso battle, he would tell him that he was talking to say that you are born with amazing work to amazing people. And Deku would see that what Shinso been through, he decided to show him his memories. Shinso seen what Bakugo and everyone did to Deku when they found out he was quirkless, but he didn't show him when he received power that no one knows about. He would only show him how he got stronger. And he said that so you got stronger by your own. No one didn't help you. Yes. Deku would say that you can become this strong if you're willing to help you train. But basically Shinso would say, yes, I want you to help me train. Basically everyone would want the same thing, and Baku basically but Shoto Todoroki decided to use his fire for the first time, where Endeavor was trying to get him to, but Endeavor would say that, yes, Shota, yes, use your fire, burn, and show them how strong you are. Basically, Izuku has shut up Endeavor, which everyone was a little bit shocked to seeing that Deku just said shut up to Endeavor, the number one hero, the number two hero, sorry about that. And Deku would proceed to, Deku would proceed to decide to not to hold back, where Deku just simply use one of his strongest ability called Explosive Orb, which caused a great impact when it hit. Deku would also have another ability that no one knows about. He decided to pull it off at the final battle, and it would go almost as subtle where Deku would use his final ability and knock out Todoroki. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into that fight. I'll just tell you how it goes. Deku used Godspeed and literally breaks it around him, knocking him senseless. Yeah, he knocks him out senseless. Where Deku decided to use an explosive orb and knocks him out. Yeah, he knocks out Shoto Todoroki out of the ring and saying that you did good. Where Deku versus Kasuke Bakugo, obviously Izumi and Katsumi was out of the match, and when the battle was about to finish, when the battle was about to begin, when the battle was about to begin, Katsura tried to hit Deku, but he would use one of his use explosive or then blast cut Bakugo up in the air, where everyone seen this, saying, "Whoa, that kid's get strong." So Deku decided to pull out two of his strongest attack. Um, Deku would use Dragon Dive on him, where from from Killua's grandfather's ability. Yeah, I'm gonna give Deku that power, cause he would be basically broken with that. So I just gave him that power. He learned that power, and Bakugo was out cold. Everyone seeing this will start cheer for Izuku Midoriya. Obviously, Izuku Midoriya get first place. Deku get no Izuku Midoriya get first place. Shoto Todoroki will get third, and Katsuki Bakugo would get second. Even though he was troubled about this, and for the hero exam, for the internship, Deku would proceed to not join. He would get offered from his father and his mother, so he decided just to lock that book and throw it away. He would proceed to throw it away, and he would hear about in Ida's brother in the hospital in critical condition. So he decided to, pay Ida's brother a visit, where Ida's brother knows about most of his powers, and he also has a second power, a wish power, but it comes with a great cost. The, he decided to ask Aluko, he would just call the second part of him, the Reem. He called that side of him Reem. The side of Reem, his other power. He asked Reem to not take anything from, Ida's brother. Reem would say it would be fine, but he would come. What next time it will cost a price. Deku would say, of course. Reem would try to switch to a different form where Reem would actually have a black mark instead of white. He decided to grant Izuku wish and heal his whole body where he can run again. And he called everyone, including Ida, and tell him about his amazing recovery thanks to Izuku Midoriya. Everyone was glad to see that Ida's brother was okay, so Ida wouldn't have to, go out for vengeance yet. Izuku asked who did this, and Ida's brother couldn't just refuse to tell Deku, so he tell Deku everything, and Deku would proceed to little bit get mad, saying that how could you be that irresponsible, and gave Ida's brother a big scolding, like an old man. And Ida was wondering why is Deku scolding my brother? Is something wrong with him? Ida's brother would take this to heart, and Deku would say the next time you get healed, you will have to pay a bigger price. And when Ida hear this and saying what's the price is, and Deku would say no, I don't know, but if Reem asks for anything, you must give it to her, cause it may be one of the greatest things you ever did. Alright, for everyone who doesn't know, I decided to give Deku Killua's sister's power, where you can only grant wish, but you can only grant it to certain extent, where once he grant one wish, he can grant the first wish for free, but the second wish would be more risky, which no one doesn't even knows about. He told He told Tenya Ida and the whole entire Ingenium family to keep this power a secret for now. They would proceed to Deku would learn about this hero villain, the hero killer, and Nezuko decided to give Izuku a hero like a temporary hero license. He would go out there, find the hero killer before he kills anyone else, and destroys him. At Hosu City, he wouldn't go with anyone, and Ida wouldn't have to have to fight the hero killer. And after this, the Hotu City incident would still happen, but Deku would use Dragon Head and obliterate the whole of them. Literally, as one appeared, they died instantly. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Very sorry about that. I'm very sorry about that one. That time, I'd have no control of it. And when Deku returned, everyone heard that he literally took out the hero killer. Basically, everyone will hear about the final exam, and anyone who doesn't score will be punished by Aizawa himself. Deku decided to study more and more about his power, and he would decide to try and develop a new move. Trust me, I'm not gonna give him any more power from the Hunter series, but he's too broken now. I'm gonna make him develop his own power, his own technique, where it doesn't require where he acquires Nen from for himself. Because at this point, I see that he's very broken in my book. And let me know if in the comments that if he's too broken or not. And for my next video, I'm gonna be doing what if Deku was Kurapika or Kilowatt's reincarnation. Back to the video. Deku would study and teach Mina Ashido, Jiro, and Uchaku about Nen. They were able to use a bit of it. So each one of them developed their own abilities differently. Jiro would master one of the sound ability. Jiro would master the phone technique what I just told you and go in autopilot mode. The arrow phone needle, yeah. She would literally go learn it, but it would take a big drain of her stamina. Uchako would learn the chains from Kurapika, the Nen chains. And she would learn to capture people and proceed to make them stronger and not be able to use their quirk. As for Mina Ashido, they would proceed. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Deku didn't decide to expose All Might and Green Magnet yet. And Deku, sorry about that, I'm pretty sure. And Deku teach them and for Mina Ashido's ability, he would literally learn the Janken Rock that Deku evolved to the Janken Cannon. Yeah, I decided to call it the Janken Cannon, cause it sounds better. Sorry about it. And Deku would teach them everything that he knows about power training. They would be when they come back for the final exam. They would take the written portion. Deku, Uchaku, Mina Ashido, and Jiro would look like. How can I say this? So, but that Deku would look like a Hulk, where he's still skinny, but he has muscles. Jiro and those three girls would basically, the two other girls would basically look almost similar, but a little bit slightly not that muscly, not that much. Don't have that much muscle. And when they hear this, that instead of they fighting robots, they're gonna fight teachers. All the four of them smirked and saying that whoever I fight, I don't care. As long as I'm able to help people in the day, I don't care. There was Principal Nezu decided to give him All Might with it would be a 2v3 Green Magnet and All Might versus Deku and Uchaku and Izumi. When Deku hears Izumi's name, he asked Nezu if he could change it, but Nezu decided not to change it. And Izumi tried to tell Deku Izumi tried to tell Deku why he bullied him, but Deku said shut up. Huh? He said you bullied me for basically half of my life. Why should I even forgive you? You and dad and mom literally ignored me when I didn't have a quirk. And now when I have a power, you want you guys to respect me? Izumi tried to say no, that's not it, but we just save it. I don't want to hear anything from any of you. As far as I know, you guys are nothing to me. Izumi would break down crying that he crying about this, where Katsumi would be crying about this as well. Bakugo would have a feeling about this when he realize what he have done to Deku. Basically, when test begins, All-Might and Green Magnet decided to fight Izuku Midoriya and Uchaku Umaraka. When those two were going to head for him, when All-Might was about to punch Deku, Uchaku Umaraka decided to use the John Cannon, trying to see if she can do it. When she fist All Might, it was a John Ken rock. She couldn't believe that she couldn't perform it. But when All Might rushed again at her, she tries it and and she did it. The John Ken Cannon. It blows him back so far that All Might was unconscious, and for Deku just used Godspeed and knocked out his mother. Everyone would basically pause, except for Kaminari. Because he was passed out. Mineta would see that Stereo was, unconscious thanks to Midnight. Yes, and only two of them would have passed. But they would have to go to the summer training camp either way, and Deku decided to teach them a lesson because they failed. And Aizawa says, "Okay, kid, you can have them." Basically, also asked for help, mercy, please. And Deku decided not to have mercy on them. Deku decided to bring them to where he was training at Dagoma Beach, or he just put them in hide and seek and just give them 300 blocks. Hold on, guys, I'm glad. Deku would give them the punishment that they deserve, and after a while, they would actually go to the mall where Uchaku Muraka, Jiro, and Mina Ashido confess their feelings for Deku, and Deku would say that he loves them too, but he doesn't want to break anyone's heart. So Mina Ashido have an idea to just date all of us, then marry them all. The three of them would agree, and Deku would say what? and Deku just get kisses. Yes. And when Deku since Shigaraki was locked up, he would meet Shigaraki in this canon, and Deku would proceed to go to the force training. And that's where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Please like and subscribe if you like this content. If you like my videos, please comment and subscribe. And tell me let me know in the comment if you let me know in the comment that if you want me to do what if Deku was the reincarnation of Killua or was the reincarnation of Kurapika. And that's it, guys. Bye.